Perhaps you've heard of women's circles or sacred circles. Perhaps you have not. Either way, my name is Caryn MacGrandle of the Divine Feminine app, which has been around since 2016, helping mainly women, but all genders, because we all have the divine feminine within us, find circles, events, and resources. And I would love to, it's really in my heart right now to help us all gather in this manner. So I would love to show you how I have done that these past years and come up with a way that's really easy. God, this feels like a cheesy commercial, doesn't it? But seriously, it's really easy to host these so that it's balanced, and it's so incredible.
Hi. I want to talk to you about Caryn MacGrandle and the Divine Feminine app because there are several things about Caryn and her approach to this that I think are so exceptional. First is she's a synthetic thinker. She pulls together modern technology and ancient divine feminine wisdom in ways that are brand new. And I think they're so important for the modern world. Next, I think it's really lovely how deeply passionate and enthusiastic and non-judgmental Caryn is. She brings together people from all different parts of the spectrum of thought, of spirituality and experience, and she makes it possible for everybody to be safe together. This is really vital as we try to make a world where everybody can touch the goddess and not feel put off or judged or condemned by any of the pre-existing ideologies. So Caryn really has what it takes to make circles happen that are inclusive and supportive and safe. And her enthusiasm and her childlike wonder for the goddess are really powerful.
In the week, but then I have a set agenda that I would love to share with more and more people, and it just gives this container so that everybody can come together and bring their gifts. And it's this beautiful, ecstatic living thing. Ecstatic is a word that has been jumping out at me lately, and it doesn't mean like frenzy or, one meaning is joyful or happiness, but ecstatic, the sense that I'm using it, is a mystical transcendence. Ecstatic means a different type of living where you live very mindfully and very sensually and very intuitively, and maybe it's not for everyone, but the circles I've been hosting are incredible.
Oh man, I think circles are so important for our culture right now. Yeah, in my opinion, our culture has become very disconnected, lost its way a little bit as far as human connection goes. And the act of coming together in a circle with all different kinds of people, oh man, it's powerful. And when I leave a circle, the feelings I have are empowerment, feel alive, and the energy that you get there in the circle is, there's few things to compare it to, really. I'm very grateful for my circle.
The circles that I host are really about communicating in a different manner. Most of the time in the everyday world, one person is talking, maybe in a lectern or in a big group or whatever, or people are competing to talk. And how often is it that you get interrupted? The more extroverted, loud one is the one who gets to say the most, and other people don't, and then they have to interject so that they can get heard. Well, sitting in the circles that I host, that is one of the most beautiful things, is that it really is truly a different way to communicate, where it's balanced, and it's going to be your turn. So you learn to give 100% attention and listen when somebody else is talking, and then wait for your turn. it's a very hard thing to learn. I have to usually, I used to in the beginning, and I still do, have to have a piece of paper and jot down what I feel compelled to blurt out, sharing my wisdom. And the funny thing is, most of the time when it comes back around to me and circle and it is my time to speak, somebody else had said it, or the urge to say it has gone. It's such a nice way to communicate. It feels so much more relaxed. It feels so much more healthy. It's so much more healing.
Hello, it's Molly Remer from Brigids Grove and 30 Days of Goddess, and I just wanted to briefly share about my experience with Caryn Moon of the incomparable Divine Feminine app. And it has been several years since Caryn and I first met, and we met because of our shared interest in women's circles, the Divine Feminine, and creating sacred space for others. And since that time, I have known Caryn to be just tirelessly devoted to bringing people together. She has a natural knack and talent and inclination and heart for weaving the threads of our lives, for gathering the women, gathering the people, calling the circle, and perhaps sensing disparate threads or differing pieces of connection and bringing them together to make a more powerful whole. And she deeply knows and honors the value and role of participatory sacred space, in which each person is responsible for holding and sharing and building the magic and energy of the circle. And each person shares a co-leadership responsibility. So Caryn is not the sage on the stage. Rather, she is a center holder or space holder for people to create magic and sacred experiences together.
So that is how it works in a circle, that my strength, telling my story and my strength, gives somebody else strength. And hearing somebody else's story and their strength gives me strength. And it just works that way. When you meet in circle again and again with the same people, it's such a fantastic vehicle, way to grow and heal.
I was really at a place where I was looking for a group, a community that I could feel safe with. And that's what the circle has provided me. Absolutely. It's something it's non-negotiable for me now. Every Monday I make circle. And no matter how frazzled or whatever external chaos is taking place, I walk in and I know I am in a safe place. I'm accepted, loved. It's helped me to love my own self, and in that sense I can contribute to others, to a greater whole. I now cannot imagine, I can't imagine not coming to circle.